Right here we have the Ikon N1 key. You can see pin 1 is a bit of a gatekeeper. 2 and 3 are a bit high. 4, 5, and 6 are not that high. It has an extremely paracentric keyway. I'm going to use this thin top of the keyway tension wrench. And this .015 danger filled, what is that, a gem hook. This lock is pretty playful because it has 3 spools and 2 standard pins, so the spools give you that good feedback. This is the only Ikon N1 that I've ever picked, and it tends to have a bit of ping-ponging between a couple of the pins, a couple of the chambers. It's 2 and it feels like 4. You get 4 set, you go to 2, and then 2 will drop 4, and then in frustration you'll overset 1, which is a standard driver. We'll see what we can do here. All the key pins from everything I've seen on other people picking N1s are standard. All the key pins are standard. So oversetting shouldn't be a big issue, except for key pin 1 is such a gatekeeper. But we should be getting, there we go, you can see the false set, satisfying deep false set. And when you get that false set, if you find any other key that isn't set yet, if it's in chambers 2, 3, or 4, which are the spools, the 3 spools, the lock should tell you when you lift on them. There should be, if you have a light tension, you should have, you should really see that counter rotation. Here we go again. And we're open. Alright, now part of the reason that I'm posting this video, a lot of people have picked an N1, but they take that cam out, and I was curious how to actually get this lock. So I wanted to do it all for you here, but this clip right here is so difficult to get off that I needed both hands, and it took a lot to get it off. So here's where the clip goes. You can push it out with like a thin screwdriver, but whatever, you get the concept of how that would fit in there. So here's how we got it after removing that C-clip. We have the key, so we can set it back to lock. Turn that key sideways. And with the key, I'll pull the plug out slowly. Now that it's at a 90-degree turn, you want it to be a 90-degree turn. That cam should drop out, and there's like a brass, I don't know terminology, maybe it'd be an actuator that needs to drop out. And here that is with a spring in it. That spring comes off, but you can see how it sits in there. So you can set this cam to be in any position you want. But anyways, now there's the spring pushing up against the back of the plug. Without that clip in, it can push, when the key's in, it can push the plug forward a little bit. I've got a 90-degree turn, put the follower in there. And the top, the Bible of this, you can see it has 6 holes. Can't see it here. It has 6 holes, 6 chambers, but you can't actually have 6 pins because this plug has a deep cutout here. I'll show you in a second, that makes way for that brass. Again, I'm probably using the wrong word. The actuator, the spring, it has a slot cut out for that. So you'll see in the plug there's only actually 5 chambers. Here we have all 5 standard key pins. See that deep cutout in the plug? Now let's see what kind of drivers we have here. One should be a standard, and it is. Two should be a spool. Three should be a spool, and it is. 4 should be a spool after we get the spring out, and then 5 should be another standard. Yep, 4 is a spool. And my pinning tray here, it's the first one I ever got. It's 3D printed, and it was getting pretty grimy. I spray painted it and then covered it in resin. So this is the first time it's been on video. I'm happy with the way it turned out, so I recommend it. And I put some adhesive felt on the bottom, so it's soft. It doesn't rattle around on hard surfaces. All right, we should have all the springs here. And this is the Ikon N1, which could be misleading because it says Z1 on the front. The N1 is determined by the key. It says N1 on the key. And this is a green belt lock. This is how that actuator, again, that's probably not the word for it. The spring is not, it's not glued in or anything. It can come out fairly easily. But you push it in there. And you can see those 2 lobes on that fit into the cam. And you see the lip on the end of the cam that actually holds into the back of the body of the lock. And so you can see the spring on what I'm calling an actuator, how that would push the plug forward if you unlocked it and didn't have that C-clip in place. So this is where the C-clip goes. And there's a cutout on the plug all the way around for that. And that's the Ikon N1. Thanks for watching.